Hello, everyone. It's the start of a new week, so it's time to be productive. I'm working on a new class all about drawing kittens, so still drawing cats, but this time small and young cats. But I still need to prepare all the material I'll have to use for that class, so that's what I want to do today. I also have to edit some shorts. I have shorts to edit from my other vlogs. So if I have time, I'll do that as well. And speaking of classes, I just launched a new class on Skillshare all about drawing simple backgrounds on Procreate. I don't usually do Procreate classes, but I like to do or another class on Procreate of things that I don't usually see out there and things I usually do on my own work and like to share with you. So this time is all about drawing simple backgrounds, like drawing a shape backgrounds like I usually do. So all kind of shapes, using gradients, adding elements to your background just to make things a bit more interesting. And then we also have some more complex backgrounds, but I feel that are still quite simple and easy for you to draw. So yeah, that class is now available on Skillshare. I will leave you a link down below in the description. And don't forget that if you use the link that is down below, you'll get 1 month free of Skillshare, so you can try it out, watch a few classes, and see if you like it or not. Right, so yesterday I finished preparing all the material I needed for the new class, and today it's going to be all about recording. I'm going to record as much as I can of this class. As I said, this is going to be a class on drawing kitties, small kitties, and I'm very excited because I love drawing cats. And even though I don't really draw small cats, young cats in general, it's always exciting. So yeah, I'm excited about that. We're going to have quite a few hours of recording, so lots of talking and lots of drawing. Alright, so I finished recording everything that I wanted for today. That's great. I think I have most of my class videos recorded, and then I just need to finish other material. But for today, this is it. And I also wanted to give you a few book updates. So I finished Never Lie, which was okay. I feel that you read one book from this author and you read them all, which some people might like, and sometimes I don't mind it either, because at the same time these books are very, very easy to read. Like, I read this in 2 days perhaps. So yeah, it's very, very easy to read. So if you're looking for something easy, a thriller, pay attention to that. This is a thriller book. It might be for you. If not, maybe something else. But yeah, for me it was just okay. And then I have here Ainda Estou Aqui, which I'm almost done with. Perhaps I'll finish it today or tomorrow, we'll see. But I'm pretty much done with my library books, and I really wanted to go return this once I finish this one, return them, and bring something else. However, we're going through this huge heat wave this week, so we're expecting like 40 degrees, and I feel that it will be very dumb of me to go out just for that. It wouldn't be fun at all. So yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that this week. So that means I have to find something else to read. So I'll probably take a look at what I have at home. I have some books that I haven't read yet, but there are others that I wanted to reread. I have, for example, Yellowface that I wanted to reread again. So yeah, I'll take a look at those and pick something from my shelves. And also, this has been on my to read list for a while now, but I wanted to read The Poppy War, and it is available. It exists on my library mobile app. However, I never managed to get it because, of course, it's a popular book. Everyone wants to read it. But I finally managed to get it. So, yeah, I'm going to start that one as well. I'm really excited because I only heard great things about this book. And so far, all the books I read from Rebecca Kwong have been really fun. I loved Yellowface. I really enjoyed Babel as well. So now I'm looking forward to this trilogy. So, yeah, those are the books for now. So, finishing this one and starting the Poppy War, and I guess I'll take a look at my shelves and choose something else. So I'm back talking to you, and I got for this video, I got here the scrawlrbox 116, I think that's it. So as per usual, I'll unbox this with you so you can see the contents, and then I'll create something using the contents inside this box. So let's see what's inside. So we got something a bit new today, but first, the basics of the box. So we got here our zine as always, all in black this time around. Let's see right away our challenge for this month. So Ripple Effect. This month's box celebrates a monochromatic color palette enhanced by bold, rebellious bursts of bright and apologetic hues. Interesting. I don't know what to do with this right now, but we'll figure it out. We have here a gallery of art, information about the featured artist, and stuff about the supplies we're getting. So we got something very interesting this time around. Then once again we got our print and a sticker done by the featured artist, which is Stuart Sample. So as always we got some information about them as well as some socials or website from the artist. In every box we also get a snack. This is our snack this time around. It combines perfectly with the featured art. And now for the actual supplies. We got here some watercolor paper, A5, 10 sheets of watercolor paper. We got some texture here. Alright, so as you can see, we're going to play with paint this time around. Next, we have a brush, Marabou brush, size 16. So we got quite a broad brush here. So this is going to be interesting. Since the brush is this broad, probably I'm not going to do something with a lot of details. As we see here, the art is also very simple in the way of we don't really see a lot of details there. It's very direct. So yeah, maybe we'll work with that, I guess. I'll probably draw some cats. And now we got here some interesting stuff because I have never seen this format before, but we got some paint from culturehustle.com, and so yeah, it comes in these bags, and apparently it's like perfect hues of paint. So we got here we got here world's brightest white, then black 4.0. I seen a video on scrawlrbox Instagram where they show a black paint from other brand, a black acrylic paint, and then side by side with this one, and this one had a much deeper black, so I don't know, we'll see. And then we also got a blue here. And this one is fun. We got here the pinkest pink, but it's not paint, it's the pigment of it. So as you can see, we have here the powder, some pigment, and then we can mix it with some water to create our paint. So these are our supplies this time around. It's very interesting, at least the format, I think. I also never used pigments. So yeah, we'll figure out what to draw with this. But first, as always, I'm going to swatch everything, sketch some things a bit, experiment a bit with the paint, and then I'll create an actual painting using this paper. So yeah, swatch time. Okay, this is very liquid. I was expecting like something a bit thicker, like acrylic, but no. It also smells weird. Okay, hang on, let me like check. Okay, so I went to check what kind of paint this is. I think it's acrylic paint. I found out that these pigments and paints were done by the featured artist. Like, I don't know why. I don't love the smell of this. I don't know if it's been too warm and so it has a weird smell. It's weird. Not a fan of that part, but I mean, the color is pretty. Alright. Let's try something else. Because you see, these ones don't seem to be... Is it? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be this liquid, but we'll see the others. Okay, yeah, so see? This one is not liquid, so I don't know what happened with that one. Like the black is normal paint. We can dilute it with some water. But I don't know what's wrong with that blue. Maybe I need to mix it better. Because it does sound very liquidy. Anyway, weird. Let's see the white. Let's first put the white on the paper. Okay, we don't really see a difference. Now let's try using here on top of our blue. There we go. Alright, so yeah, once again, normal. Very normal. So I guess I'll just have to try and figure out what happened to the blue and see if I can make it work. I'll leave this here. Alright, so now for the pigment, am I going to make a mess? So on our zine, one of the things that it says is for us to try to put the pigment directly on the paper and then see what happens on the paper and then add water. So I'm going to do that. Very, very pink. So I already know I'm going to make a huge mess with this box. Let's see. Ooh, look. You probably can like create some texture with the powder. Let's try put some more on top of it. So yeah, you can do something like that, I guess. Create a bit of texture on your paintings. So that's fun. To add more water and dilute it even more. Alright. Alright, so yeah, we got here a few colors, not a lot. I did ask over on Instagram, I made a poll. Not a poll, but a question asking what should I draw with this or should I paint with this? And someone said I should try to draw myself using this paint, and someone else talked about drawing a cloudy sky, which does sound fun. I'm not sure. Again, like drawing myself, I'm not feeling like too comfortable with that because, as I said, the brush is very broad and it will be difficult for me to add details. So I don't know, should I draw more cats? I was thinking maybe I could draw a background, a simple background. So maybe I could do the clouds idea and then a big face of a cat in front of everything. Perhaps maybe something like that. That could be fun, I think. We even have like this blue, this weird blue. Also, the blue is the only one that has the funny smell. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's maybe due to the heat it's gone bad. I don't know. But yeah, we do have these colors, these nice colors. And I think I could paint a sky, something a bit abstract, and then paint a cat face. How do we feel about that? I feel like I should test that out a bit. Also, yeah, I'm making a big... I'm just playing with this. Ooh, actually, now that I think about it, I could do like the sky this way, like use this format and then draw the clouds. Ooh. See, you can get the best ideas when you're just messing around with stuff. Also, of course, I can mix these colors to try and make others, but I think I'm going to use them as is. That was fun. So yeah, I think I'm going to test a bit first in another paper and then actually do the actual final painting. So I just want to test the sky and clouds a bit first, so I know what I'm doing, or I pretend I know what I'm doing. Ooh. My hands are all dirty, of course. That's part of the process, alright? Don't forget about that. Making a mess is part of the process. Alright, so let's try mix this a bit more. Still liquid. I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be this way. I have no idea. But anyway, let's draw a sky. I'm not sure what to use the pink for. Perhaps the face of the cat. I have to use all the colors, right? It's only fair. the pink to the sky makes an interesting color. So even if I can't, I could still paint a color for the cat. But then I can also use the pink in the sky. I think that will be interesting. So yeah, I tested some things a bit. Also, I guess you can also use this as it is. Interesting. So that's also cool. You can use it dry. Alright, but yeah, enough messing around. So, since this needs to dry, right now I will focus on painting the background of it. Perhaps the clouds, we'll see. But at least the blue and the pink for the sky. I think that's what I'm going to do right now. Alright, so back part of the background is done, and although it's very warm today, this used a lot of water, so I'll leave it to dry completely, and then I'll draw the clouds and finally the cat. But yeah, this is what it looks like now. I like the texture. I always like to play a bit with texture when using paint and see what I can just come up with. Just basically starting to make a mess and see what happens. But yeah, so far this is it. I like the color, the pink. We got here a bit of a purpley, right? A bit of pink, a bit of purple because of the blue. But yeah, so far so good. The pigment is kind of cool to use. I'm not sure if maybe I'll use just like the dust at the end without water. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, for now that's it. Now I did mention that I was finishing Einderstoki, and I did finish this yesterday. It was a good book, very interesting. Bit more of a serious book. It's not a fiction book at all. It's more or less a memoir or a biography, maybe. I know it does tell the story of this family during Brazilian's dictatorship. So yeah, and stuff afterwards as well. So yeah, it was an interesting read. It does tell us a bit more stuff than in the movie, which is interesting. So yeah, that's finished. And yesterday I went through my shelves and I picked this one to read, how to win friends and influence people. I had this for a while but haven't read it yet. However, I did pick this one mostly because I decided, well, let's read something that is a non-fiction this time around. But this is, as you can see, like a pocket book, and the font is really, really small. So I'm not sure if I'll read this one. I know that my library has a copy of this. Maybe the font is a bit bigger because I get really tired reading a font this small. But we'll see. So I haven't really started it. So I don't know. I might pick something else from my shelves. I also did start the Poppy War. Not a lot, like 50 pages, but so far so good. Easy to read. A fantasy book, but I'm still in the beginning, so still getting into that whole world and how things work in that world. So I think that right now I'm just reading one book, which is rare. And we'll see, maybe I'll pick something else from there. And maybe, I don't know, once the weather is a bit better, not as warm, I'll go to the library and bring something else. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for now. I'll let my painting dry. Maybe put it between something heavy so the paper flats out, and tomorrow I'll be back to this painting. I finished painting the clouds in the morning. This is what it looks like. Not very good at painting clouds, but I kind of like the effect of this. Very abstract. Another thing, I did catch a video on Instagram from scrawlrbox where someone was using these supplies, and the blue is supposed, from what I gathered, is supposed to be very liquid, as we saw. So I guess there's nothing wrong with the with the paint. It's normal to be that way. But yes, so now that I have the whole background done, I'm going to paint a cat head, just like I planned. So a cat head here in the middle. I think I'm going to start small and then paint it bigger as I go. So yeah, now I'm going to use the black. And as for the features of the cat, I'm not too sure yet, but probably I'll use a marker for that. But yeah, first paint the cat. Alright, so I finished my painting. Here it is, a giant cat head in the sky. I don't know. Um, I'm not totally happy with how the face looks, but I also don't hate it. And I did redo it at some point. I was going to use some markers. I was going to use some acrylic markers for this, but then I changed my mind because I wasn't very happy about it. The eye placement was also a bit wrong. I wasn't happy with it, so I redid it, and here it is. I could have painted the eyes to look as opaque as the ears look, but I admit my patience was running out. I really wanted to finish the painting today, so yeah, that's why the eyes aren't as vibrant. Maybe I can fix this digitally after taking some pictures. I don't know, we'll see. Like, it's not my favorite painting so far, but I also don't hate it. Once again, it was an experience. I did enjoy painting the background and playing with the texture a lot. Also, the cat went much better than I expected because the brush, as I showed you, is very broad and big, and I'm not really used to using a brush that size. So it makes it my hands tremble a lot, and to make the details, it's a bit a little bit harder to control, I guess. But I did manage to do some things here and there, like the whiskers and everything. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. But yes, here's my cat. Once again, a very fun box. I honestly learned to love or to enjoy painting more after getting these color boxes, because otherwise I wouldn't really pick up painting. Even drawing traditionally is something that I kind of stopped doing because, again, my hands tremble a lot, so I wouldn't really feel too confident about it, and I always felt like I messed everything up due to my hands going all over the place. But these boxes did give me a bit more confidence. Not only the boxes, of course, but as an artist, I grew a bit more and stopped caring so much about perfection and having perfect art. But with the scroller box, I started experimenting more with traditional art than I did for years. I only started. I started doing only digital art because of that, and now I feel a bit more confident in doing these kinds of things, even if sometimes I'm not as happy as I wanted to be with what I make. But that's fine, it's part of the experience, and it was really fun. Now, before you go, once again, I just want to show you my book, the book that I wrote. It's a children's book about cats and how nice it is to sleep. The book is out now, it's available on Amazon, so there's a link down below in the description if you want to get this book. And even though it's a children's book, I don't know, maybe you can like it even if it's just for the illustrations. I like have children's book at home, juvenile, teen books, stuff like that. I think they can tell stories for everyone, and sometimes it's just for the art. So yeah, my book, link down below in the description. You can get it on Amazon, you can look it on Amazon. But yeah, this is it this time around. Also, don't forget to check out my new class on drawing backgrounds on Procreate. So thank you so much for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed painting along with me. I hope you enjoyed watching what I do throughout the week. And hopefully I will see you next time. Bye!